Good morning, Ships. This is Coach Matt with the workout for Thursday. Because it's Thursday, you know what that is. That's sprint day. And for those of you who do not like sprints, I have very bad news. Sprints are probably the single most important thing that you can do with your time right now while we are shut out of the gym. And the reason is that your body adapts to things in terms of severity, right? And when we talk about what are the most important things that you can do for improving your athleticism, improving your speed, there's not much that can beat a sprint, right? Especially when we don't have access to the heavy barbells, heavy kettlebells, or the other tools that we have in the gym that you can actually use. So in other words, you need to sprint. No matter what your sport is, you have to be working on improving your top speed. All right, so what that means, we're gonna do our sprint warm-up, then it's some shuttle runs with a three-point touch at the end, the high knee march, right? And make sure that we are pushing off the toe at the bottom, and we're always working on the leg that rises. I want that toe to rise with the knee, right? So we are pulling your foot towards your shin as you drive that knee up, all right? A skips next, and then high knees, fast feet, toe pops. On the toe pops, again, we're working on pulling your toes away from the ground and minimizing the ground contact time. So some of the biomechanical important things that are going on with the sprint is the longer duration that your foot is in contact with the ground for, the slower and less powerful your explosion is going to be into the ground. So what we're looking for is that elastic contact with the ground and really, really high ground contact force. We call that impulse. The impulse is power delivered in a very short amount of time, right? Next, we're going to do single leg hops and then the butt kick and reach. On the single leg hops, we're just practicing driving, bouncing off that one leg and driving the knee up in front of your body. And then the butt kick and reach, we're leaning forward and driving that foot backwards as we're running in that 30-foot distance, okay? When you finish that, we're gonna do our 2 split and rips. The split and rips are just accelerate and then let off. Make sure that you are using that good sprinting start mechanics. The arm matching the leg that's forward is all the way back, right? Aggressive fingers, splay those hands out wide. You don't have to have the other leg or hand touching the ground if you don't want to, but make sure your knees are bent. You're in an aggressive sprint stance. I want to see you start off with as much energy as you can put into that start and then ease back off. So the sprints for today is going to be 4 40s, but I want you to build up so that the third and the fourth one are really your fast ones. So the first 2, go like the first one at like 70%, second one at like 85%, the third one, really go for it, the fourth one, really go for it, and then make sure we're taking 3 to 4 minutes rest in between each effort so that you are completely recovered and you can really put out a high level of energy on each of those sprints. All right, when you finish those, let's take a little break, get some water, and then we're gonna do a little conditioning, more running. And this one is going to be on an out and back basis with an object in your hand, right? So your first out and back, and what I would do is I just have my watch or my phone or whatever it is, and I'm starting a timer, and I'm just going to go run for 2 minutes. When the clock hits 2 minutes, I turn around and come home, and I got to get right back to where I started in that same amount of time. So what that means is you got to have your pace dialed in, right? So don't start off too fast and then not be able to make it back in that 2 minutes. So 2 minutes out, 2 minutes back. When you get back to where you started, you've got your object, and we're doing 10 ground to overheads and then 10 up downs. So I'm gonna start with the object on the ground, and I'm just taking it overhead and then back to the ground. 2, 3, all the way up to 10. When I hit 10, I'm gonna do backpack up downs or object up downs. So that means to the ground, push my feet out, and then back underneath me and stand up, okay? Ground, out, up, okay? 10 of those. When I finish 10 of those, now I'm going on my out and back run again, but this time I'm only doing 90 seconds, all right? 90 seconds out and back, 10 ground overheads, 10 up downs. Then 60 seconds out and back, then 10 up downs, 45 seconds out and back, 10 up downs, and 10 ground overheads, all right? And that'll be your little countdown workout for the end of the day on Thursday. If anybody has any questions, let me know. Hope you guys have a great day, and remember to get those sprints in.